Hello everyone, my name is Prashant Mishra. Today I am going to show you how you can identify correct Azure SQL Database or Managed Instance SKU for your existing on-premise SQL workload. There are two prerequisites before we proceed further. First one is you need to have DMA installed on your machine. DMA is Microsoft Data Migration Assistant tool. You need to have this tool on your machine because when you try to install it or update your older version of DMA, you will get one PowerShell script in your DMA folder which is required to be run on your machine, on your existing on-premise machine to assess the workload, and then accordingly it will suggest you that which will be the correct SQL database or managed instance SKU for your current workload. Another prerequisite, you need to have Azure PowerShell module installed on your machine, otherwise you will not be able to run the PowerShell script which is available on DMA folder on your machine. So with these two prerequisites in mind, let's jump to the demo part. So I've created this virtual machine for the demo purpose, and in this virtual machine you can see this URL which is talking about identify the right Azure SQL database or managed instance SKU for your on-premises database. I have used this URL as reference for making this video. So let me walk you through step by step. You can see there are prerequisites here. First prerequisite is DMA that I mentioned earlier. DMA is nothing but Data Migration Assistant tool. So I have it installed here. In case if you don't have it, you can just go to any search engine and you can try to download it. So you get this link here from Microsoft and you can download it from here. It's easy to download. So your first prerequisite will be completed. Second one, ensure that your computer has PowerShell version 5.1. So you need to make sure that you have PowerShell version 5.1. In case if you don't have, then you can go to this link and download it. Third prerequisite is install the Azure PowerShell module. Now this is also important that it's possible that you have PowerShell in your machine but you don't have Azure PowerShell module. For that you need to install this Azure PowerShell module. You can click on this, it will take you to this version. So it will you can go to this command which will tell you the version of PowerShell that you are running, so that way it will be easy for you to find out which version it is, whether this is compatible with this demo or no. Next it will ask you to run PowerShell command, which is this for installing Azure PowerShell module. Now sometimes before running this, when you will try to run this, you will get an error, and to get rid of that error you need to run one command. Let me show you that. So this is the command. If you get any error, so this will actually enable TLS 1.2. so if you get any error, then you need to run this command and the error will be resolved. But if you don't get any error, it's good, you can proceed with this. So when you run this, your Azure module will be installed on your machine. So your third prerequisite is completed. Now fourth one is verify that PowerShell file, this .ps1 file which is required to collect the performance counters, is called is installed in the DMA folder. So you need to check where is your DMA installed first of all on your machine. So in my machine it is installed under C drive, program files folder, and then I have Microsoft Data Migration Assistant tool. So I need to check if that PowerShell script is available here or no. So I search by just .ps1 and I find this file. So it's good. So I have this prerequisite done. And remember this, when you install Data Migration Assistant tool, automatically you will get this file here. If you don't have this, then you will not get this file. So we have all the prerequisites now. Last one is ensure that the computer on which you will perform this process has administrator permissions to the computer that is hosting your databases. So you need to have administrator permission. So that's it. After this, we can go and start running these commands. Okay, so before running this command, before running this file or this PowerShell script, I need to change the directory on my PowerShell script, on my PowerShell. So for that, let me first go to the PowerShell script. So I opened two PowerShell windows. If you see, there is a reason for it, then I'll let you know later. So before running this, what you can do, you can just write cd and whatever is the path. So I can copy the path here, I can paste it, and I can run this command like this, and it will change the directory. And after changing the directory, this is the second command that you need to run. This is the same command which is highlighted here in this documentation. Let me show you that. So this is the command. They have kept in different lines, but I have kept it in the same line, otherwise it will throw error. So there are parameters that you need to provide input for. So one is computer name. So you can provide your computer name. You can go to your any folder, go to this PC and properties. You will find your computer name. Next one is output file path. So you can give any path, any file name, but this drive should be there in your computer. So in my case, this F drive. And then collection time in seconds. So I'm giving 2400 seconds, but it depends on you. You can run it even for one entire day. You can run it for maybe half an hour, 10 minutes, depends on your situation, depends on you. But it's better to give it at least 1 hour time. And then you have to provide DB connection string. So for my database, this is the connection string, but you can provide your connection string for your database. So that's it. After that, you have to run this command. I have already run this command, and it ran for 2400 seconds, which is like almost 24 minutes. Okay, so you can see this 2400 seconds. So 2400 seconds means around 40 minutes. And after this will be run successfully, then you will find a file created on your F drive, which is like counters2.csv. Once you have this, next you need to create another folder here called test out. You just need to create a folder, no need to do anything inside. When you run the next command, these files will be populated here. So just create this folder here, test out, and then you can go to next command. Now why I have opened two different PowerShell windows? One was for running this command because this was taking 2400 seconds. So I opened another window to check if I'll be able to get the file. But until that process will be completed, you will not be able to get any file inside the folder that you have created just now. Once you have done that, you need to run this command, and this command is again coming from the same documentation. So you need to come down, and here it is. So this command I have copied, and again I have brought it in a single line. Instead of C drive, I have given F drive because I created test out folder in my F drive. So after this, like after doing this, you can run this command, and again this will generate the files immediately. This does not take much time. This will generate the files. You can see it will go through all these steps, and then your files will be ready. Now if you go inside, you can click on prices SQL DB HTML file or prices SQL MI file. Now before coming to this judgment, you need to run DMA file. You need to run DMA to find out which will be optimal or which will be a better option for your on-premise SQL workload. In case if you have cross database schema or some other requirements which are not compatible on Azure SQL Database, then you can click on this, which is prices SQL MI, which will tell you exactly that how much will be the price and which tier you need to go for if you are going for managed instance. But if you don't have any complex query and your database is very much compatible with Azure SQL Database, then you can click on this and it will open this window, which will exactly tell you that which tier will be required for you. So in this case, it is saying S0 will be enough for your case, and this will cost you just $15 per month. Now, but let's check in case if you want to go for managed instance, then how much will it cost you? So same thing, if I go down, it is asking you to go for general purpose Gen 5, and it will cost you $1,591.59 per month. So you need to be careful while selecting the deployment model, whether you want to go with Azure SQL Database or managed instance. It all depends on your existing workload, that which one you have to go for. And for that you need to run DMA. And I have another video which will guide you that how you can use DMA tool to do the assessment. So now you know how you can identify correct SQL database or managed instance SKU for your existing on-premise workload. But remember this, before running this PowerShell script, you need to run DMA on your machine so that you will be able to identify that which is the correct deployment model for your on-premise SQL service, whether Azure SQL Database or managed instance. If you are not able to identify this in particular, then you may end up paying high when you try to deploy your existing workload on Azure. Thank you.